You're in the whip with Flex.
Flip.
And today, taking a ride with us, man, we got our boy Quell in the whip with us. What's up, Quell?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How you feeling?
I feel great. It's a long time coming.
Hell yeah.
I've been wanting to come here. I'm a former podcaster myself.
Tell him, yo, talk to him, bro.
You
know what's great? I usually do the tell about the people. You tell about yourself, bro.
So
I don't want to miss nothing.
About what? Like in general?
Whatever, bro. Like you
cool
said.
Guy.
Chill guy.
Pretty chill dude.
No chill guy.
Chill guy up there.
Nah.
Make him do a backflip.
I've been I've been supporting them for forever with this stuff. I've been watching y'all thing since y'all started it now. I had a podcast before. It was like a Baltimore themed, like Dummies versus the World was the name.
Yeah.
I still own the name. I'm gonna bring it back at some point. Dummies versus the World. It was like just a Baltimore themed thing. So I would get like Baltimore, like I want to say influencers, but like people who doing stuff around the city. So I had a couple of fashion designers on there, a couple of just cool people in there.
Yeah.
And it was a good vibe. I had some good numbers too, but it was around like COVID time. People just didn't want to stick with it the same way I did. So, you know, and that's like the biggest thing with this is like consistency.
Yeah.
Once you start and then you take a break for no reason or whatever, it's hard to get back. It's like the gym, bro. Like, it's like when you're working out and shit and then you miss a day, you're like, damn.
You know what's crazy?
It's like you're fat again. It's like, damn.
What I've noticed is that everything I learned from the gym, like you're saying, applies to real life too. Like consistency, going harder than last time, getting better each time. Like what do they call it? Incremental. I can't even think of the word, but you
incremental.
It might not
increase or something.
You know what I'm talking about? Like you add 5 pounds every week.
Let's get
whatever type shit.
My shit is 1% better.
1% better. Yeah, 1% better every day. And like I was saying, like the same thing. Everything I learned in the gym, you apply that shit to life. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Definitely.
I like that, man.
Yeah, no, for real.
1% better, bro.
Yeah.
90 days, you're 90% better.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't get it today, you got tomorrow. You feel me? The next time, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
So what's next?
Tell them about your education and
I had a crazy path through life. You know the classic college story of I got there, but I didn't finish it in 4 years. You know? So originally I enrolled at Howard. Because I went to Howard. I saw all the people there, the beautiful people there. I was like, wow, this is for me. This is it for me, man.
Yeah.
So I applied, I enrolled, and then I was like, we have no dorms or financial aid for you.
Damn.
That was in 2016, so I was 18 years old. I couldn't really get no apartment in D.C. or nothing. So I was like, damn. But I had a letter from University of Kentucky in my shit, directly from them. So I was I was like, damn, I'll just go visit them. And then I went to visit them, and I was like, this is amazing.
Legit,
big time school, SEC school. Like, it's big time. Everybody here is cool. It's diverse. Like, I can learn a lot here. So I went down there. And I thugged it out for like 2 years. I had to leave. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't working out, like, financially.
Okay, yeah.
I don't owe no money. I paid them off, so it's all good. But, so then I was like, I'll come back home and I'll finish my shit at Towson. I got my degree at Towson in sports management and business administration.
That's what's up.
That's hard.
That's good shit.
Try to be like a Rich Paul type of nigga, but yeah, man, you know, I haven't met my LeBron yet, so
not yet.
We'll get there, bro.
That's a rough one, trying to find another LeBron.
Well,
yeah.
In terms, like, I think you're the only one. We'll let the cat out of the bag. He's part of the friend group. Like, he's part of that tight knit group of great people. But you're one of the only people I know that actually went to like a SET or like big school. How
I can tell you all about
environment.
College game day came. Tim Tebow was there. All that stuff. I was in class with De'Aaron Fox and Bam Adebayo, like shit like that. Like
for real?
Yes.
That's funny as shit.
And Malik Monk was a fake tough nigga back then.
Oh shit.
He's tough though. He's nice though. He's nice. But yeah, like so it's an interesting environment because you are rubbing shoulders with like rich ass kids like Kentucky Derby. We just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Them kids down there got money, bro. Like Kentucky. It seems like a nasty, destitute country-ass place, which it is. But Lexington, Kentucky, like, it's money down there.
Yeah.
You got rich white kids, rich Asian visa kids over there wearing all type of shit. You got people from all over the place. Like, everything. Like, I literally, one of the funniest moments ever was I went to a party, and I walked in the door, and that nigga pulled up in the car. It was Hamidou Diallo, who went to the league shortly after.
Yeah.
I have a friend, Rob, who went to the Olympics running, like, people, it's crazy, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm in the dorm doing shit with them they shouldn't be doing because they have to make weight or some shit.
Yeah.
I look up on TV tomorrow, they still getting their medal or whatever, so I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and I feel like that's cool because, you know, a lot of people would be like, it reminds you that these people are people too.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody try to idolize them and stuff, but they're people just like we are. You know?
Yeah, like the biggest thing, like just De'Aaron Fox, for example, right? Like, all NBA point guard, he's $200 million man.
Yeah.
Big fucking Dragon Ball Z fan. I found that out.
That's so, yeah, that shit's cool, bro.
I found that out at school with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're human beings, bro. That's what makes it cool. Like, in that journey, like, it seems so, like, cool, but talking to somebody, like, some of the football guys and stuff like that shit is difficult, bro. Like,
what you mean?
Like, making a team and all that, having to maintain your grades and be at that school. Like, some of them, yeah, you can just do whatever you want because you're the guy, but not everybody's the guy. You got to really lock in. So, it's difficult, bro. I don't envy that shit.
Yeah.
Getting up at 5 in the morning to work out.
Yeah.
Then 8 o'clock you got a class.
Yeah.
And you in class till 4, whatever. Then you still working after that.
Yeah,
like,
you got another workout. You got another practice, and you got to watch film. And
I don't.
Then you got to find time to do your homework and shit. So I had a lot.
And then you want to be with the girls and all that too.
Yeah, type.
So you can't find. It's hard to find time.
Yeah, I had a good amount of friends who played football in college, and they said that was probably like the hardest part, finding time for all that stuff. Yeah. Waking up early. They had to wake up at like 3-4 in the morning to go to practice and stuff. Like
I remember like just crazy stuff would happen. Like I remember Lonzo Ball when they went to play UCLA, and Lonzo got dropped off by De'Aaron Fox. Wayne Gabriel was in the Lakers a couple years ago. His dick pic leaked before that game, so people were like sharing that around. Unfortunately, I saw it. And then when we beat them, people like burning couches and stuff like that, and like going crazy. Like their posters were like referencing the dick pics. It was cool, man. It's a crazy experience, bro. I can't really describe it. Let you go there. I love it though. I have friends I still have from that time.
Yeah.
All that. It's great.
Do you think that experience is worth it for people kind of leaving?
Hell yeah, I think so. I think if you can afford it, do it.
So,
but even if you can't afford it, go to a state school and stay there.
Yeah.
Like,
so, I might have I have a real big differing opinion. Okay. I don't think you need to do that.
What, college?
Yeah, I don't think people need to do that.
I don't think you do anything
college
in life.
Or
college.
College? College
Both.
In general?
But well, people always talk about you need that experience. I don't really think you need that experience.
I don't think you need to do anything in life that's like anything.
No, I agree.
But I think college is a great stepping stone for life to teach you a lot of shit.
Like what?
How to network with people. Mm-hmm. How to manage your time as an adult. Because it is kind of like, especially if you live in a dorm or something, it's basically like you have your own apartment, you have your schedule, you have to be there on time, you have to be accountable for yourself.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people never have that until they're already an adult. Mm-hmm. And by then it's too fucking late. Like you can't control yourself. Mm-hmm. By then it's too late. Friends and stuff. But I think you don't need college though, no.
Yeah.
But I think you have to really decide early on. Like, don't be like 27 talking to me like, yeah, bro, I mean, I never went to college, I ain't need it. You're a bum. So you probably should have did something when you're 18. But
I know what you're saying.
there's no shame in anything. Like,
yeah,
you have ideas, you have stuff, goals you want to pursue.
The only reason why I say that is because I've seen a lot of people just go to college for that experience, and then it sets them back even farther. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't say they go just for the experience. They plan on, getting a degree and all that other stuff. But when they actually get there, they get so lost in the sauce that now they're set back way far. That's why I'm saying I don't think so. They try to sell that dream that, you gotta go to college.
It's definitely a dream being sold because so much money they make.
Oh hell yeah!
But like my biggest downfall for me for college in the beginning was I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just want to be somebody.
But like that's what I'm saying. Most people are like, okay, they're told they have to go to college, and they don't even know what they want to do. You gotta think like, my fault to cut you off. But they're low key still babies. Like they're kids. You don't know what you want to do really at 18. Some people do. Like those people who are lucky and they know exactly what they want to do when they came out the womb. They lucky people. But most people aren't like that. So then you go right out of high school to this big 4-year college, like you say, probably rack up hundreds of $1,000s worth of debt, and then you gotta pick a major, and then they probably switch their major 100 times. Then they got lost in the sauce, like we're talking about. You seeing all these pretty girls. You see these fucking football, basketball players that are larger than life,
or hot guys, depending on what you.
Like just all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And the whip is inclusive.
Hell yeah. But you just get lost in the sauce, and now they're set back so far because they were sold a dream, and to these little kids who don't know any better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You know what that is though. That's just an American way to get money out of people.
Yeah, it's all capitalist. You gotta think, bro. All that selling that dream is to make money. It's an ad. It's an advertisement. It's marketing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's called the Doug Flutie effect.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. Is it really? I've heard of
that. So back in the day, right? Doug Flutie, Doug Flutie, the quarterback, big time quarterback. He was a short guy, but he was a great college quarterback, elite.
Yeah.
So he went to Boston College, I believe. You can fact check me, Doug Flutie.
I got you.
But he was like winning big time games, and the enrollment ticked up because of that at the school. So other schools noticed that, and then like over time, people started prioritizing like athletics and stuff like that. That's why you go to your tuition breakdown and shit. You paying all that money and like all that stuff, and it costs way more now because of they're selling you, they're marketing to you.
That's what I'm saying. They're literally marketing.
Come to the game and stuff like I think my advice to anybody going to college now, like for sure, is number one, if you can't really afford to go out of state, don't do it.
Yeah.
Wherever you live is a big time school. Like
Yeah.
Every state has a.
If you live in Maryland, go to University of Maryland.
Yeah.
You'll have a great experience there.
Yeah.
Or go to Towson.
Yeah.
I recommend University of Maryland over Towson. But I think the experience is worth it for sure, but don't cripple yourself doing it.
Yeah.
And if you can somehow find a way to narrow down at least 2 to 3 majors you want to do. I know it's hard to pick one.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like, we have like our friend Steph who knew from the beginning, I want to be a computer science guy, whatever, and he did it.
Yeah.
Like my major changed like 3 times.
Mm-hmm. So my major didn't change, but I don't even do what I went to school for.
Me neither. I don't do it yet.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
I quit my first major because calculus was too hard. So I was like, I can't pass this.
No, but I feel like calculus.
I had a Russian teacher.
Nah, I feel you. Calculus is one of those.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying his accent was crazy.
No, I feel you. But that'll stop a lot of people. Like just certain.
I'm also not a math guy at all.
Calc is one of those weed out classes, bro. They have that all through
That
college,
shit
bro.
weeded me out.
So like I said, I was a bio major and stuff, and there's like two major weed out classes. The first one is regular chemistry.
That weeded me out too.
Regular chemistry and then organic chemistry. But the regular chemistry is the first big one. Like most of the people that I know of that I'm going to be a doctor, they get to that class and then that just they fucking doing fucking communications and now they doing business. Like it'll switch people real quick.
Anatomy's probably next, right?
No, just
organic orgo.
It's orgo.
Oh, orgo.
Orgo's the real one. Like
never took orgo.
That's the one.
People who thought they were really going to be really setting your pad and now like hold up.
Yeah, that's the real one. The regular chemistry is just to get all right. You don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Orgo's the one. You know, you gotta really want it because so when I was in school, the average in the class was a D, and they do that on purpose.
Was it curved or like?
Oh yeah, it could curve at the end.
I hate teachers like that. Yeah, no one's ever passed my class.
Yeah.
You're a bad fucking teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they literally do it on purpose though.
Finish what you were talking about your weed out class because, well, I just discovered
Go ahead,
something.
bro.
So at UMBC, right, the way that you saying you struggled in calculus and like you were saying that some classes are weed out class, some classes aren't weed out class. Like every class isn't a weed out.
Oh yeah, no.
I have a class. I'm taking Econ 101 right now. Not a weed out class in my eyes because I'm passing and I liked my professor, but we have this thing at our school that shows like the average grade for your class and then like the grade spread for the entire like class in the university, so every professor that's teaching it. In my class, 50% of the class has a D or lower.
Damn.
Sheesh.
In the university as a whole, everybody taking that class, only 5% of everybody has a D.
So that class is bad.
My class is horrific. Yeah. my class.
Yo, did you do research on the teacher before you went in there?
I didn't. But also, I'm a transfer, so I literally got the worst of the worst class. Like I have an 8 a.m. calc class. I got this teacher.
I got a dirty when I transferred.
So it's like I knew I was getting bad teachers, but I've never been someone who needed a teacher. I don't need a good teacher. I need an in-person class though. I need to focus. I need to go somewhere and focus. I can't.
But yeah, like but just back to the original thing. I just think like college is a great thing to do, right? But just like everything else in life though, is what you make it.
Yeah.
So if you make it let's have fun for 4 years and what do I do?
It definitely is.
Cooked.
It definitely is.
The same way as if you say I want to be an entrepreneur and then you don't like do your research in your businesses and you just blow all your money and go broke. Like you know. You did it wrong. Yeah. If you do it right, you're good. If you do anything right, you're fine. So
yeah,
that's why I like.
That's a tough saying.
That's why I like. Right, I don't like the whole idea of like telling people like, yeah, college is never worth it. It's not true.
Oh yeah, no. When I said my thing, I'm not saying college is never worth it. I'm not saying that. My biggest thing is that I just know a lot of young people go in there and then just rack up themselves a lot of debt, and then they get lost in the sauce. Like I said,
it's one of the things that's easy to mess up. For sure.
Yeah. Oh. Definitely. And then there's nobody really guiding them, telling them what to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are still first generation, what's it called?
I definitely was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are still first generation college graduates, or it's just attendees. You know what I'm saying?
I had nobody to give me any advice on what to do.
That's what I'm saying, and a lot of people don't.
Like, let me just go to school.
Yeah, and then at Kentucky, oh my goodness, bro.
Nobody.
You know what I mean? I know so many people, and I went to school with some people who had some money. They still got lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
bro.
That's doesn't easy matter. To get lost in the sauce if you got the bread.
That's what I'm saying. But they're generations of people went to college and they still fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So and it takes someone who don't know nothing. Yeah. They setting them up for failure.
That's 1,000% truthful. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
like you said, it's what you make it in a sense. Like I went to college, left, worked, and then I went back to college.
Yeah.
The work in between my college stint is what showed me like, nah, lock in. I'm going to school to get this degree because you're putting in 40, 50 hours a week and you're coming out with like 40,000. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm putting in way too much work for the amount of bread I'm getting.
Talk to him, bro.
So it's like,
I was in school for 6 years, bro. I mean, I had to do it though. I was at one point I was working full time doing internship and going to school. Like I had to knock it out. I just think like if that's your path to get ahead in life, that's what you do.
Yeah, you gotta do.
And that's my path so far. Like I'm into being my own man and building my own business and stuff like that. That's what I'm working on now, but. Education is definitely a tool that I've always leaned on.
See, that's what people. It's a tool, bro. You gotta look at it as a tool. But if you don't know exactly where you want to go, how are you gonna use that tool? You don't know what you're trying to build.
I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think the biggest lie about college that was perpetrated to us now is because of capitalism and stuff like that. But like the whole idea of like the degree automatically means you're gonna get the job and stuff like that. It doesn't even matter.
So let's take it a step back. Before everybody was going to college,
before our generation,
actually worked. You know, you get a college degree, they gonna hire you.
I'll probably say like pre-1990s for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Probably like pre-2000 definitely.
Definitely.
Like everybody, like a degree, like corporate jobs, like
80s, 90s, you're
the corporate jobs, like the upper echelon, that's what you need to do. Like, and like you can get there.
Yeah, it's degree inflation, bro. If everybody got a degree, then you know what I'm saying. Now you need a master's. Everybody got a master's. You need a doctor. It's the same thing. It's gonna.
I ain't no damn doctor. I'm telling you that now.
Nah, it's just like there's two different. And my econ working, it's two different markets now. Before you were like everybody was in the same job market, so a degree made you just the top of the job market. Now there's literally, it's called unskilled and skilled labor markets, like
which I think is so messed up to say because some stuff is so skilled.
It's crazy.
Like you're telling me like somebody who does like a jackhammer is not skilled. Like somebody who hits the hammer on the railway nails is not skilled.
Not skilled labor, bro. It's not skilled.
I get why though.
No,
so they can pay you less.
Yeah, exactly. It's the language they use so they can pay you less. It's all about language. I always say that, bro. If you really look at it, the way they word certain things, they do it on purpose to set stuff up. It's all done on purpose. There's nothing in this world is not thought out, and it's all deliberate.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is deliberate. Bro.
Everything is marketing.
Yeah.
So somebody's job is to get the most attention to what you're doing. And on the point of there just being a whole different market for it, I think now that's just the point that it's just rough. Like you get the degree and that just puts you can still be the bottom of a whole market of people now, but they're still selling it to you like once you go to like UMGC or Airs, like you'll be good with your online degree that you just paid for, but you're in the same boat.
Pretty much. No, I had one thing I wanted to touch on, bro, but
oh, there was something just on the topic of college. Student debt is about to be lumped into people's
credit
checks.
Scores.
Oh, credit.
Gonna hit your credit score and gonna dock your wages if you don't pay.
Yeah, so that's
I
about
might
to
be
be
getting
crazy.
docked.
yeah. You said what?
I might be getting docked soon. Starting tomorrow, I think.
For real?
I thought
May
it was 2
5th,
months.
I thought. I think May 5th is like the start of it, but that's probably not gonna get to you until like 2 months later. But because I owe decent amount of student loans, and I ain't paid them in a while.
So what is it? This is a law act or something?
It's I guess so. Yeah, it's basically like because before student loan debt never showed up in your credit score or anything like that. So in theory, you could not pay it, and then like you would just have that debt over you. So it would probably stop. It would block you from certain things, like say you want to buy a house or something like that. But it didn't hurt your credit score and stuff. But now they can go after your wages and stuff, which is like only some IRS shit normally.
Yeah, no, I understand, bro, but
IRS can't do it now. The IRS is so stripped down, they can't do that either.
that shit. I'm just upset, bro. I feel like everything just keeps trying to set people back, and
That's the American way.
I'm lost for words.
Money go up, shit come down. It's the American way.
Pretty much, bro.
That's depressing. What's the next topic you want to talk about? Besides student loan debt and crippling debt that's gonna.
So the whip we're in today It's 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude. Let me get some of the statistics up on that, but we're not gonna say the color because Liquid can just throw the picture up on it. But it's super slick. And let me get some numbers on it. Let me talk about how you like it though, Cole. How you feel about the whip.
So I had this car since like 2023. When I graduated, it was a gift to myself because my other car was totaled.
That's what's
unfortunately. I love my Nissan Altima. It got killed though. So
what year was the Nissan? My fault.
2017. I bought it new. I bought my Altima with 600 miles on it. I almost had it paid off, and somebody hit me and totaled it.
Total dummies, crazy.
Total loss. Airbag popped out.
You're fucked up for laughing, bro.
It is pretty funny, honestly.
You bought the Altima fresh off.
That's what I was saying, fresh off the.
It was a new the Nissan dealer on Wrighstown Road here in Owens Mills, Maryland. Yes. So anyway, I bought this car from CarMax. Not a fan of CarMax, but I bought it. I love it though. It's really steady. Like I don't feel anything.
You talking about this? We're talking about the Jeep now. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's up to date. Apple Play everything.
What year is this again?
This is 2020.
Sheesh.
Altitude, yeah.
Let me talk to
I couldn't afford a Hellcat or SRT or whatever. That's why I don't have one of those. Sorry, I'm not paying $80,000 for a Jeep. But anyway.
Hey man, no, I gotta say my thing. I love this whip, man. I love this car.
You heard the shit yet?
What you
mean?
mean?
Haven't even heard the stats.
I'm just saying it now. I love the car, bro. It looks good, bro. Aiden, make sure you get this interior, brother. This is a nice interior, bro. The black in here. It got what is it? It's like
leather.
This is like a wood almost kind of thing, like a faux wood.
That's hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, bro, this is nice, bro. So is this considered a luxury vehicle?
I guess to somebody like 50 years ago, probably, but.
Nah, bro, because it's nice, bro. I really like it.
No, it's definitely a luxury SUV, I suppose.
Yeah, it feels like luxury.
If you got this from fucking Enterprise, you'd have a happy week.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You'd be in Miami having a great time.
Hell yeah. And I've been in here a few times, bro. This shit, it get up too. This bitch be moving. At least it feel like it.
I don't speed, but yeah.
A lot of people on here don't speed.
We never speed. A
lot of people on here don't speed, but know exactly what the
that your car can go, right?
You'd be like, but 130 is a little rough. I
wouldn't know.
Theoretically, it sits pretty good at 140 miles an hour. So.
Hell yeah, yo. But yeah, I like. Go ahead, talk to him, Flip. I just like this whip, yo. I had to get it out, bro. I was
so 3.6
a little nerdy.
V6, 3.6 liter V6, 295 horsepower. It ended up on 300 horsepower, 260 pounds per foot. Torque at 400 RPM, 4,000 RPM. My fault. 8-speed trains. So,
8-speed? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is this,
okay.
Switch to manual as well.
You got manual too?
You can switch to, yeah.
That's tough, bro.
Do you know if this is rear wheel or
it's 4-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
See, I like that about you. I knew.
Hell yeah.
Ain't nobody.
Had to get a 4-wheel drive.
That's one of the things we always.
Rear wheel drive truck. What the fuck are you doing?
What you
trying
doing
to kill yourself?
That's what I'm saying. What you doing with that, bro?
Towing capacity 62,000.
I ain't towing.
That's what's saying. You're not towing in this bitch.
I ain't towing Nathan.
But 21 miles per gallon for a whip of this size.
I feel that 21 miles per gallon. I feel that.
It's not as smooth as
I drive a lot for my work though, so that's why. But yeah.
26 on the highway? Is it?
I usually if I'm going like on a highway or something like that, it'll last a while. But if I'm doing what I do for work, city here, there, back, it's. But I like my car though. I'm really a big fan of it.
Would you get another?
It depends. I'm not a big fan of the new body style they did, so probably not.
Yeah.
I think my next car will not be a Jeep. We'll see.
I love when stuff like that happens. Where you have they fuck up the new version.
Yeah.
So I feel like now I got it. I'm good. So
yeah.
I don't even need.
I guess Aiden can pull up the new Jeep.
We got everybody. Yo, Aiden go fuck us up.
The newer one. The newest, just like 2025, I guess.
Yeah.
Put it right where it's handled.
Thanks, editor.
Hold it like this.
Thanks, editor.
Hey, yo, Aiden gonna kill us, bro.
Hope my levels aren't too loud either. I think I'm yelling.
No, we should be good. I have his. I have his. Whatever.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Push start. Like I said, heated seats, everything, full climate control. Infotainment system. Yeah, you have an.
Is this touchscreen?
Yeah. You have an in-house navigation, which I never use, but it's there. You have so much stuff. You can customize everything. Everything.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
Digital dash with you got the. What's that? The RPM being measured.
Yeah.
So dial.
I have outlets and everything. It's like it's a.
You do have everything.
It's a cool car.
So
man.
Flip, my question: what's the verdict on the car? We haven't had a verdict in the middle.
Verdict on the car.
What you thinking? Like,
what you mean?
The verdict, like.
So he's got a super slip Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I like the truck.
Yeah.
What were your numbers on this, if you don't mind me asking?
This cost me 35.
About
ish.
35?
35 ish. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I can.
It's a lot of car for that price, in my opinion.
No, I think that's a really good. I thought you were gonna say like 60. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother.
If I spent 60 grand, y'all would see this would been a Range Rover or something.
I'm just saying.
Escalade or something.
I'm just saying, bro. Like that's how nice I see the car.
The new Jeep Grand Cherokees are like up there. They're like 80, I think, or something. Yeah. Which I would never pay. But yeah, it's up there.
80K.
35.
If I'm paying 80K, I'm getting a base M4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Personally.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think extremely viable. I think this is. For luxury we're looking for, I think that this is a very comfortable car for this price.
Yeah, for this price range.
If I'm not mistaken, this is y'all's second Cherokee on the show, right?
Yeah.
Two cars, right?
Type shit.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Hell yeah.
I'm watching.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. So
you could go like with something maybe that's a little more of quote unquote luxury for that price, but it's definitely
for what? For 30?
Yeah.
You think you can find a little more luxury?
I mean,
this looks really nice. That's why I said, yo, I thought this was like 60. Because I think Ray, the person who had the same car, I think he paid like a little more, like just a little bit more. Like it's in the same range.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just talking basically brand at that point.
Yeah.
My fault. Okay, I got you.
Mercedes Beamers for 30, probably not going to be as new.
Well, yeah, I was about to say it's definitely going to be put some years on it.
But yeah, I think 2020 you can't really. This is super.
That's what I'm
slick.
saying.
Yeah, that was my range. I didn't want to go. No older than like 2018 on any car I got.
Yeah.
From when I got it, 5 years old, 5 years or older. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
I'm in the back seat. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
I know you got some space back here.
Yeah.
Not going to talk about your doings or nothing, but I see a couple stains on the seat.
Yo, calling out the stains is crazy.
Nah, it's crazy. Nah, it's a clean car.
What's next topic, man? Please cut him off. What's next topic?
I got you. I was about to
Next topic.
Hey, man. Finish my verdict. Nah, my verdict done. Great car.
Great car.
Great car.
All right. People should look into getting it. Type shit.
Hey, bruh. You want a lot of car for a good price? Jeep Grand Cherokee out. We can make that work.
Hey, man. We got the verdict. Let's keep moving forward. Our topic for today. We're not even gonna talk about all the different topics we're talking about. Topic that we about to talk about right now, though. We gotta talk about Unc, man. Shannon Sharpe, man. The thing that's going on with him is looking crazy right now. You've heard about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you feel about it? So before that, for the people out there, Shannon Sharpe is facing a lawsuit right now. He's said some things, some inappropriate things to I guess an OnlyFans model, younger OnlyFans model, and one of the, and the stuff got leaked out. And
she met him when she was 19 and he was 54ish.
Yeah, she's 19. He's
so
about
now she's like
23.
He's like 56, 57.
And he says some pretty illicit stuff. I don't know if we're gonna talk
Threatening
about
stuff.
it in there. Threatening and illicit. They threw all that stuff out of there.
Yeah.
But it's just I wanted to talk about it because I feel one of the things is that a lot of people are talking about is the age difference, and I think it was Monique. She was like, had him on the show a couple months prior and was like, hey, you need to stop messing with these young girls, Shannon, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, was like, yo, you need to stop messing with these young girls. You need to find a girl your age who's gonna take care of you, feed you, and not be all that stuff.
Yeah.
And in the video, Shannon was literally just laughing. Oh, he was not listening to Monique.
A few people, Donnell Rollins, Cat Williams, both, a lot of them were like saying this up to him, like basically shooting jabs at him, but he was just sitting there laughing.
Yeah, giggling and laughing, literally.
Yeah, man. Let me say this first. His response, like his little video he did to share with the shakedown and stuff, it was kind of nasty. I ain't gonna lie. Because
you don't think that was a good move?
I don't think so, because
what was a good move?
So when he first did his statement about it, he's like, "This is a shakedown. This is a shakedown." This ain't, how he talks, right? So it was kind of nasty work to me because, let's say he did do this stuff to this girl. He started off by saying, so and so, also known as blank on OnlyFans. It's like you're trying to automatically tell the audience she's an OnlyFans model. She's not credible. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of nasty work. I'm not a fan of that.
I feel you. Okay.
And I understand when you're in a lawsuit like this, it's about the public opinion. That's what it's about. End of the day, even if the evidence come back that damns you or not, public opinion is gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, bro. I just feel like you're too old for that. 57 years old. Why are you talking to a 21-year-old?
I mean, but we know why he's talking.
Because he got money.
He's
To fuck, nigga. What you mean?
I know, but because he has money, he can do that. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's probably a
I
couple
didn't know that
videos.
Shay was 57.
There's no 20-year-old chicks going after no broke 57-year-old.
That is, hey.
And he's a really wealthy guy. He ain't just rich no more. He's wealthy. Like he probably made more post NFL than he did in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a OnlyFans model. He met her in what, LA or one of them places like that, or Miami, one of them places. I think LA. I think he lives in LA. So you should already kind of know what her demeanor's gonna be, her vibe. Like,
so what's the problem? They had they knew what it was. Like, he got this money.
My problem is not that arrangement. My problem is that he didn't do it right. Because all of them do that. All of them older guys do that shit. But that shit under wraps. It's under control. Bill Belichick ain't gonna have this happen with his.
Nah, she got him in check. I don't know what you talking about, bro.
They got the agreement. It's gonna work out. Yeah. I feel like, you know how they always say, the way you game is the way you might lose them and shit. It's transactional to a point. Whenever she feel like her
she
side
gets more money for outing you,
or she feel like her side of the bargain is not as good as it used to be because you don't actually
business,
extra stuff. You might be physically making her uncomfortable or something like that. Mm-hmm. She can flip it on you just like that, and
just like we see.
And that also includes the racial aspect, because this is a very young white girl who is a big, strong black man is threatening her. So, which another thing I hate, because he's from like the ruralest, worst part of Georgia, down south. I had a house with no plumbing. They had an outhouse and shit. So
That's crazy.
You probably have a burning cross in your yard, so you should already know how they get down. So,
and half the problem, like ESPN, I'm just looking and seeing ESPN is owned by Disney.
Yeah, and they ain't playing nothing.
That's Disney don't play with nothing.
They fired Paul Pitcher and strippers in his house.
So, you talking about allegations of like sexual? I guess is it sexual misconduct that they're going for?
It's like a civil thing, so I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's
and
losing that first take money would be a little.
Yeah.
Like we talked about off camera, we were talking about he has a platform big enough to sustain himself, like financially. I think
probably not his current lifestyle.
Shay and Nightcap and all that stuff. But yeah, his lifestyle, and I think when I hear him speak, he's definitely a frugal enough guy. But he also has like $1 million watch on every fucking episode. So and he's so I think it's a big hit. It's
definitely a big hit.
That's probably like he's gonna make $100 million apparently coming up. And then,
so I want to talk about that. You know, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I told you off the camera. He had a big deal coming up.
Yeah.
I think you said $100 million, right? Something like that. And it's just weird with the timing that this is coming out. And then the same lawyer, like we were talking about with Deshaun and Jay-Z and all that other stuff. So
the lawyer is Tony Busby, who I call him an ambulance chaser, where he kind of jumps on people who have frivolous cases maybe, and he gets some money out of them. Now, right now, to me, he's 50-50 from the field, because the Jay-Z thing was a flop. The girl was lying. It was no evidence at all. But Deshaun Watson, he kind of cooked that boy. He pulled a whole Rico out on his ass, and he had 30-some women come out, and they all had the same exact story with freaking things going on. So he cooked him. So he's like 50-50 right now of like actually finding people. But his motives to me are to make money, not to out bad people. So
that's what I'm saying. It's literally to make money.
I think that like she probably knew about that deal coming up, because he probably talked to her about it, because they a couple something.
Yeah.
And then Tony Busby probably knew that, because he knows people in the industry, and he probably was like, look, this is a good time to do this, because the evidence is from January 1st. She probably has been trying to build this case against him. And then Busby probably got in her ear like, hey, I heard he's getting a lot of money coming up soon. Like, we can do it now. You'll be entitled to some of that money coming up. Now, at the same time, because of this, he probably won't get that deal no more. So
I mean,
and I don't think he has $50 million to spend to give you off the rip. He's rich, but I don't think he got $50 million liquid to spend it.
It looks like a lot of that stuff has been put on hold. So like,
I think that's not gonna happen. I think maybe it depends, bro. It's hard to compare this stuff to somebody, because a lot of times, like, people will think because they're rich that they're untouchable, but you're still a black man. So like, they're gonna still crush you if you're not in line.
Who else just said that shit to me, bruh? It was like, at the end of the day, it was like my girl's grandfather or some shit. But like, that's been generations of black people know that.
And I'm not saying Shannon Sharpe is a coon, but he's like coon adjacent.
Yeah.
He's a little coonish at times.
Hey man,
he's had a few coonish things, but I wouldn't call him a coon.
I think he's just successful.
Now, liking a girl to say that racial play stuff to you, I want your big black baby, me. It's a little coonish, but
that's hot. God.
But yeah, I think the timing is not. I think the timing is weird, but I think that's a good conniving, sniveling little lawyer that she has that probably timed it up well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now the stuff they were saying in the audio clips was crazy, bro.
He said he's gonna choke her and I'll choke you in public. He even said he had a quote where he was like, you know, that'd be funny. It'd be big black man choke small white girl. Yeah, so you already know the dynamic.
Wait, one of the comments under the video is like the headlines write themselves, bro. Like that is crazy to say, bro.
But like if you already know the dynamic and how it looks, you gotta move it a certain way. I'm not saying it's right that a black man can date a white woman. It has to be a certain way. I'm not saying that's right. He has to not be the aggressor if something goes wrong. But you gotta know.
This.
I feel you. I feel like when it's maybe me being naive and green or whatever, but like if it's transactional and then like you said, the transaction somebody doesn't feel right on the side of the bargain, then yeah, something like that would happen. But I don't think that with every white girl that's gonna happen with.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying like the optics of someone else looking into your situation.
Yeah. What's up?
So wait, repeat your comment. What do you mean by you don't believe that it'll repeat your comment?
So what's the question though?
I'm trying to figure out where you sit because with the optics being what they are, I think that this falls into a category of a stereotype. That's basically wrong.
Yeah.
Stereotype of what, like the white girl in distress with the black man trying to. Well, that's still the optics of like the country we live in. So it's kind of like you have to maneuver a certain way. Like for example, and this might sound off the wall, but it happens to people. Let's say you have a white girlfriend, right, and she has a kid, like a little white daughter or something. You're a stepdad. You're a good stepdad. Let's say y'all are in public and the little girl, get away from me, like, because she's upset about something, because she didn't get a toy she wanted or something like that. You automatically know in your mind. You automatically know in your mind. You like, not right here, not right now, not in this motherfucking Target, please. You know what I'm saying? You know, because of the dynamic of it.
Yeah.
Because if it was like, because it's like, it looks crazy.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
So, my problem with Sharpe is like, bro, you know that. You're from one of the most racist places in the world, Georgia. You from the back road, backwoods. You know how people get down. And they're going to put you on that plate. They get served up. That plate to get served to these people. Like, you're going to be... Now, but like I did say to y'all earlier, I said, like, his platform by itself is pretty big and strong, and his fan base is very supportive of him from what I've seen online. I like Shannon Sharpe. I like the show, too. I kind of fell off of it because it kind of got a little lame to me, but I respect his platform. I think it's strong, but at the end of the day, like, you're still a black man. You can't do certain shit. You can't choke the white girl. Sorry.
You said you can't what?
Can't choke the white girl.
Yeah. And I was just saying, like,
don't choke anybody, but don't choke the white girl. But definitely not the white girl.
Even though it's a transaction, like, if this was maybe I'm naive, if this was a black OnlyFans model, this would be.
I don't think people would care. I think people be online.
And that, I feel like that's the problem.
I think people online would be like, oh, she's lying off the rip because she's black. Yeah. And that's the sad part.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the sad part. That's the fucked up part.
I think like
it's a transaction, but it falls in the category of stereotype. This is not. This ain't a problem because of what it is. Because it's the black versus white, big black versus little white.
Like everything in life is so much more complex than we really realize, bro.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad you said my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off, but everyone try to make shit black and white.
Nah.
I feel like the answer's always within.
My favorite word is intersectionality.
Intersectionality.
Because you have the intersection of the dynamics of race, the dynamics of the financial situation, where like that's a power struggle too. You have the dynamics of like someone's status versus your status. Like the OnlyFans model, in public opinion, is a lowly person. Shannon Sharpe is a highly regarded person. So like
that's a power. Economics are different. You can be busting off OnlyFans and you're still regarded as
so that's a power dynamic in itself that you're taking advantage of. That's the intersection, the man and woman thing, the race thing, the age thing. Because as we all know, if you're 57, you know life way better than somebody who's 20 years old. You can tell her a whole lot of shit she'll believe that she should believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So intersectionality is a big, like, it's not black and white. It's so much more complex than that. Like, and whether he did it or didn't do it, or, you know, whether this case doesn't go his way or not, I think, like, for sure, ESPN, all that stuff, I think that shit's over for him. Like, for a while at least. I don't think they'll bring him back, bro. Disney don't play that. Disney don't play, bro.
He got a sex tape.
What you mean?
He threatened that someone has a sex tape of him and that he would have dropped it if that was
the case.
Wait, what happened?
But then he also has the Instagram Live thing.
Oh yeah, that's my shit. That was funny though.
Which he did come back from.
But
you saying this one's different?
I feel like
a civil case is different.
I feel like he's very important to ESPN First Take, but I don't think he's that important. I think the show is still Stephen A. Smith show. You know Stephen A. Smith coon ass gonna, if he gotta cut him off to keep his shit going, he will. 1,000%. He slimed out Skip, so you know he'll do him like that. So you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Sliming out Skip is crazy.
It deserved. Not a Skip guy.
Nah.
Not a big Skip guy.
I
like the character, but I don't like him. Same with Stephen A.
Why? Well, you like the character, but you don't like the person.
He slimed out Skip.
I like the character in moments because it's funny at times, but the fact that shit is what's most popular in sports media, I hate that.
Oh, so you hate what they did?
All of them, yeah.
Their effect on.
Yeah, it's like nobody. It's just like goofy.
Yeah, because it's all about keeping retainment now.
Stephen A's a coon too. I want that to be known. Stephen A's a coon.
Before Shannon.
Yeah, Skip. That was the show. You
ain't know that?
No.
Skip, bro, how you not know that? Like, I don't watch that shit at all. Like,
yeah, I hate it. Skip and Stephen A were the first two guys to start that whole hot take, all that stuff. Like, LeBron is not the GOAT. That stuff.
Very influential niggas, bro,
Okay.
in the game, bro. Real influential.
I just know that's the one thing I don't like. I don't know when I stopped liking Stephen A, but I feel like he started to
I stopped liking him a while ago, years ago. He's a coon. Anyway, the next topic, man. Let's get into it, dude. What's next? I just wanted to be known. Stephen A's a coon.
Yo, the next topic, man. What's the next topic, bro?
Hey, man, we gonna get into the next topic, man.
We got done on the Sharpe thing. I hope I got my thoughts out properly.
I don't really have anything else to say. I think it's just
I think it's just sad.
Yeah, I think it's a sad situation for Shannon Sharpe and also the accuser. If it happens, both sides, it's messed up for me. All the parties. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true, whether it's not, it doesn't matter.
Y'all see the clip of him on the show, and he was like, somebody was talking in the background. He was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like to the people on the side of the thing.
Nah, dog. I don't know.
So he's talking on a little Zoom thing with Ocho Cinco and I think Joe Johnson, like the hooper from back then.
Yeah.
And he was like, laughing. He was like, turned to his right. He's like, "Shut the fuck up," talking to somebody off the camera. And then he got back to talking like normal, like nothing happened. I'm like, this thing might be a psychopath. He might be one of them sociopathic niggas, bro. One of them crazy, like, it's gotta be perfect or nothing type of people.
Yeah. Only thing I want to say is that I've noticed with a lot of these, especially our black athletes who are getting in trouble.
I got the clip if you want to see it.
You got the clip? All right, we can play it in a second, but one of the last things I want to say, I've noticed with a lot of our black athletes and just entertainers and famous people always get caught up. It's always a sexual thing. It's like a lot of lust. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I've noticed that. And whether it's actually them like falling into lust or they're using, I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. And
I think it's like,
but here we go. My fault. But it's going back to the stereotype again. We're supposed to be hyper masculine people, hypersexual, like, you know what I'm saying? These nasty groups that just fucking go out and fuck anything, And so it all plays into the stereotype that was built years ago to control us, to all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I think part of it is like when you that big and that powerful, and you kind of you have your way with people. When somebody says no, you just can't take it the same way.
You think it's that for real?
Like for Diddy, for example, like Diddy had people doing wild
stuff.
Bro,
but you just named a bunch of black people. Where are the white people that I know are doing the same thing?
Well, they killed Epstein for doing that. They got him out.
All right, we got one nigga in the past 10, 20
years. The president right now, he's got the rape case he lost.
Who else?
The last president rape case that he lost.
Who?
Joe Biden. He's also a pedophile adjacent guy.
Why ain't nobody talking about it? I already know I'm gonna get shot. Trump, I already know I'm gonna get shot.
All these people, man. Jeff Epstein, of course, we already know they did him dirty. The camera broke, he killed himself. All these,
I just feel like, but they never get
the big guy.
The story about them is never the same.
The biggest white guy they got, two white guys that come to mind, they got caught for that stuff. They got their personas on there in jail, like Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein. Those are the two big names. But it took years. Like Harvey Weinstein produced movies that came out probably like not even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like he was had made Hollywood hundreds of millions of dollars before people finally said, okay, we gotta do something about this guy.
I feel you. It's just the story and how they describe the cases and the people.
Like, back to the language thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So
back to the language thing for sure. Like 1,000%. Yeah. I mean that's just life. We already.
I know. It's
unfortunately.
Just, you know me, I'm always trying
But
to...
they also do talk about white people touching them young girls, like super young girls.
Yeah.
Like, black people, we get cases, but it's like aggressive cases. Like, they always say we hurt somebody, sexual assault or something like that.
You know, case for case right now? You want to compare case for case?
Girls. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They got their shit that they are known for.
But to be fair to them, to the black people that got caught up.
We're going to wrap this up soon. I don't want to keep going to this.
To be fair to the black people that got caught up, it was a run of like some really crazy, like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, D. Diddy. It's like these are the worst, most demonic niggas. If you read the court night, it's like y'all were tripping. Like they should have been got y'all. I don't care how funny the show is.
So the last thing, it's never been about what they do.
R. Kelly can sing his ass off. He need to be under the jail.
But that's what I'm saying. They knew this stuff was going on for years.
They did.
But that's what I'm saying. It was never about what they do. It's about they piss somebody off.
It's about when they stop being useful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Useful, or you're not doing what we tell you to do.
Or I think in the Diddy case, it just took somebody like Cassie took that huge risk. Was like, fuck it, because she thought he was going to kill her.
Bro, it's not even about Cassidy. He was about to do another deal. It's always about money,
Cassidy,
bro.
Not Cassidy.
I know.
Don't.
I did say Cassidy. I mean Cassidy.
That's a whole different thing, bro. Why am I in that trash?
Nah, but like it was.
I feel you.
He was about to sign another big deal. He had something with some alcohol. He was about to do something crazy with some alcohol prior to that thing, and he said nah.
I hate talking. In my head here, I hate Ciroc.
Yo, you got the video? Or did you still want to play that?
Yeah, I got the
I ain't gonna lie, that apple spark. That apple like a bad motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro,
that apple spark a bad one. I ain't gonna lie.
I fuck with Ciroc.
I only heard from two teams. Guess what the two teams they called me, Ocho, say, what's your phone number? Where you gonna be?
Who that?
Shut the fuck up. Next door. Cincinnati Bengals was one.
Yo, what?
That he might be a sociopath though, bro. To be able to do that and then flip back to so the man was picking that on number one. Like, bro, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's some crazy
Yo, the
shit.
smile after.
Hold on. When they post this? 4 days ago?
It's recent.
I don't like that though.
But
hold on. I don't like that though.
No, but he's doing a show after the case. This is a live show he did.
But that's why
he do that?
Why he do it?
He kept doing his show despite the case.
That's
not like no old stuff. It's not like they bring old stuff back up. This is something he just did.
He just did that.
He a wild boy. You know he got CD and all that too.
Hey man, I'm not okay.
You watch him play? He was a dog, but I ain't gonna lie. Shannon Sharpe was that boy.
He is. Hey, make sure you send Aiden that link so he don't have to go
Shannon
search
Sharpe
for
was that
that.
boy.
One of the greatest titans of all time.
One of the greatest for sure. He's top 5 out there. He's one of his dogs.
Hey, since we on football, man, let's talk about it. Sheduer Sanders, man, dropped him to the 5th round, bro.
Holy shit, that did happen, didn't it?
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
I'm gonna start off. I didn't think he was gonna go number one. I mean, not number one, first round. I didn't think he was gonna go past 2.
I didn't think he would make it past the 2nd round at all. I didn't think he'd make it past late first, honestly. Yeah. Because he's one of those quarterbacks that's good enough to take a chance on it in the first round. Now, I know y'all probably like this nigga, make everything racial, but
I mean,
once it got past the 3rd round, and I was like, yeah, okay, I see what's going on now. This is not just football anymore. But people slide all the time, and like, let's be frank, as a prospect, he's an okay quarterback prospect. He don't got no crazy arm. He don't run a 4.3. He's not 6'7". You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The people that got drafted before him were not even better. That's why
I was saying it's good.
Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
So I think it's 50-50. Like, his dad is the agent. And Deion Sanders, speaking from Deion Sanders' shoes, he could have done anything. He could have went to the draft room and took a shit on the desk and still went top 5 because he's Deion Sanders. But some people have to talk themselves into a job. Some people talk themselves out of a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Sheduer talked himself out of the job because he was talking like on some, y'all already know y'all want me, man, like allegedly. Allegedly he was in there like not prepared for the law, like what's his play breakdown, all that crap. But also I think it's, the racial thing where it's like, you gotta humble this nigga a little bit. Like he's just a little too. And the nastiest thing ever was the Browns took him and they had their post-game press conference with her. They were like, yeah, we think he's really humble now, ready to come to work. I was like, what the fuck?
You see, I think the league conspired against him.
I think it's part of that, yeah.
I think the league conspired against him. I think, like you said, they were trying to teach him a lesson, bro. Because he's a high-profile player. We all know he's good. I think everyone was shocked when he dropped past the 2nd round. Everybody was shocked.
I think because of his name and because of his race and his boisterous attitude, they had to take him down a notch.
Those words that just came out of your mouth is crazy. No, I'm just like they had to take him down a notch.
It sounds crazy, but that's how I perceived it.
No, but
you know how much money that boy been making pre-NFL? That nigga's making more than some backup QB.
And like I understand the whole like, well, we draft you, we're gonna have the distraction of the team of your dad's stuff. But that stuff is so controllable. You're an NFL team, like you have an insulated environment.
That's all talk.
Bro, NFL niggas will go home. We seen it. Aaron Hernandez was going home. Real gangster. We'll go to the games, we'll go to the Patriots facility. You'll never know he was locked in. So that don't apply to me. I don't do that. Like, just think about the history. Like Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf was clearly a nut job in the interviews. He's still number 2. Remember the receiver in the Jaguars, Justin Blackman? He used to get drunk all the time. Mm-hmm. They said the scouts went to the bar in Oklahoma State where he went to school at. He was at the bar every night. Every night of the week, he was at that bar. Because the scout sent a private eye to watch him. Yeah. He's at the bar every night. He's an alcoholic, clearly. You still took him in the first round. So, y'all don't care about it. Y'all don't care about that type of shit.
Yeah, they don't care about it.
It's a statement to Deion and all that. And I think another problem is, like, if he had a real agent, that agent would have been told him he about to fall. Mm-hmm. I think Deion is too light. Nobody going to really tell Deion, hey, bro, your son might not. So, like...
But even that 5th round.
5th round is the racial part to me.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't think he knew he was going to drop?
I think he didn't know. I don't think he knew. I don't think Sheduer knew at all.
Okay.
They had a whole party with every hat was there. That nigga thought he was party number.
He was throwing that party regardless, bro.
But I feel like he thought he was going to go like second.
Well, he threw the party regardless.
I think he figured he would go second off the board regardless. Like, Cam Ward was probably locked for the first. And him and Cam Ward are boys. So I think he's cool with that. That's his man's.
Yeah.
But I figured he thought he would go the second quarterback off the board. I thought he would be the second quarterback, or at least the third one. Like, Jackson Dart gets picked to the Giants, which Jackson Dart sucks. But I understand the potential. He's tall, big, white boy that can run and throw the ball really hard, which I understand. He had some cool moments in college, whatever. And then, but I thought, like, okay, the Steelers were going to take Sheduer. That's what I thought. They have no quarterback right now. They have me. I think they'll call me next week.
That's what I'm saying. Not even the Steelers. They conspire, bro. It has to be, bro. There's no reason why the Steelers need a quarterback.
And I hate that because I think I'm a Ravens fan. I hate the Steelers, but I think him with a black coach has been so good for him to have somebody to really tell him like, hey, bro, you got to move a certain way. Yeah. They look at you different than us. Mm-hmm. I think like.
But that's it's sad, bro.
But we always see it though.
I don't know if that Steelers play would have been great. I don't know. I just want him to develop a little bit before he really is put as number 1 dude.
Why?
If he was number 1 dude, and I'm not praying that he does bad. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have been amazing. But in the chance that he was terrible,
I got to follow up for this.
There was going to be all hell. Like social media would have had.
I think he should get that chance to grow because I think his leash should be short. I think like his leash to like mess up is gonna be really short.
Oh yeah, it is because
just about how the Browns looked when they took him and how they reacted to draft him, they didn't know they were pleased at all. I think his leash is gonna be short.
Oh, you think it's gonna be short now? I think it's longer now.
You think so?
Yeah, because they got him in the 5th round. He doesn't really have to produce as much as if they.
But it goes both ways because you a 5th round pick. I can cut you. I ain't lose no money. Ain't no sweat on my brow. You ain't got no guarantee money for real. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they would cut him. I think he will sell. First of all, he gonna sell jerseys. He gonna put butts in seats. That shit, their number 2 jersey gonna go crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna go insane.
Yeah, insane. I might get one, bro. I'm not even a fan. That's so hard.
Yeah, but I just think the NFL, bro, like time and time again, like as much as we might be fans of the sport of football, like the NFL will always show you, bro, that they do not. Brothers is just y'all just our way to get where we want to go. Y'all not really. It's not about y'all as it should be.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't like sports.
They don't like brothers like that.
I don't like sports no more.
I like football a lot less than I used to.
I don't like football. I don't like basketball. I don't like none of that. No, I'm talking about the entertainment industry, like the sports industry. I don't like that shit at all.
Why you say that?
Why? Because it's shit like that, bro, and it's fake, bro. I don't like none of that stuff.
It feels more business-like.
Yeah.
The game gone.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's exactly what it is. The magic's gone for me, at least.
Like wrestling. When you realize wrestling fake.
Yeah. No, like for real though. I'm laughing because that's a good one. Yeah, it don't have the same. It's not real no more to me.
NBA is a lot better about it to me, about embracing players for who they are and their race and everything, but they still have their issues for sure. Mm-hmm. The NFL though, I think time and time again, there used to be a much bigger.
Nah, bro, hold up, because they do this. How they treat Ja.
Yeah, true.
I hate how they treat Ja, bro. All the basketball players be shooting and doing all this stuff, but for some reason with him, because he got too much, he got the it factor. And when they don't like a brother with an it factor, bro, they gonna push that nigga down, bro.
Well, they do. They do.
Well, Anthony Edwards took his spot.
I was about to say
Anthony Edwards at the same way, but he don't do it on IG Live. That's the difference.
I don't know, bro.
Anthony Edwards probably do the same gangster shit, but he's not on IG Live with the gun.
Correct.
What Ant be doing, bro?
He's a.
You don't know. That's the whole.
But the way he talks and acts off the, first of all, he had like 5 kids, like 5 years. He's a wild boy to baby mothers. My type of NBA, first of all. Back in the day.
My type
Back
of
in the day, where all the baby mothers and all that running around, that's the best NBA to me. And they had to fight for their kids and make sure their money was good.
He's one of them old timey players.
Why you think?
Bring that old feel back to the league, bro. That's why.
Think about like how niggas was playing back in the day, like to make them. Jerry Stackhouse 29 a game. He had to pay some baby mother something to put them numbers up. That's what type of NBA. But they like, in all seriousness, don't like
29 a game, no threes.
I think the job thing is like the NBA is probably like, you motherfucker. We had a nice thing going and you fucked it up trying to be a gangster. So now we're gonna put somebody else in your spot because you have other options. If like LeBron did that, they would have been like, it's LeBron, we gotta let him do what he Damn, but we gotta let him do what Jordan was gambling. They had to keep him on the front anyway. So
that's what I'm saying.
But it's a new era though, social media and stuff. That shit spreads so fast. You can't really. Because if I'm the Adam Silver or the commissioner, I'm crushing that shit before anybody see it. I want to see it. I'm going to see it, and nobody else going to see it. I'm going to talk to John one-on-one. Don't do this shit no more. I'm going to fuck your whole money up. But since
so you'd have like a filter on NBA social media before you
absolutely. If it's my money, yeah. If I'm this commissioner, lay a finger at your girl if you want to. Beat your girl if you want to. You'll be in my office that next morning. I'm beating your ass. The fuck is wrong with you? What the hell are you doing? Making us look bad. We the NFL. NFL let niggas do whatever.
We the NFL.
We ain't the NFL. The NFL let niggas do whatever. NFL, as long as you don't do it on camera, you good. There's niggas in the NFL I know for sure. Play that game, have a bad game, and go beat their wife. And then they right back Thursday night playing. We done seen niggas in the NFL get reported, the police study house, domestic dispute. That nigga's shooting up on Sunday, scoring touchdowns. You now, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? So,
hey, brother, NBA
kind of, they have their issues, but they are better at embracing athletes of all different backgrounds. The NFL really struggles with that. The NFL is definitely a white man's league for sure. I think both of them are, but the NBA definitely. The NBA owners probably racist, but they'll be like, we'll concede these niggas because they make our money. Yeah. The NFL will be like, I don't care who this is. We'll crush them and put somebody else in the spot.
Still, as long as we got one of them quarterbacks.
Like, remember like when Lamar wanted to lead the Ravens a couple years ago and everybody was like, yeah, we don't want to trade for that guy. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because he wanted to make a trade and that shit was racial. Like, come on now. The Falcons was like, yeah, we have no interest in him. He won 2 MVPs, brother. You have no quarterback. What the fuck you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah.
I still was on the bus that don't pay that, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you were, bro. I hated that shit.
You were wrong.
I wanted that nigga to leave so bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Did?
Yeah.
He wanted him to leave to prove a point to people like me.
Yeah. Me and you think the same because he would have left and went crazy anywhere else he went.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
And we'd have been fucked.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted that nigga to leave.
Getting us that Super Bowl yet.
I wanted him to go. I know it's crazy. I wanted him to go to the Patriots, bro.
That wouldn't have been one.
I want him to go to the Falcons, bro. Him on the Falcons with the black quarterback and that Atlanta, he ran crazy. He
lit.
doing his thing.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I just wanted I wanted him to go somewhere that a coach was going to teach him some more shit to help him with the vision. That's it. Take what he already has.
Can't teach him.
Nah.
No, he can't teach him nothing. He can't teach himself nothing.
He's not teaching him shit.
I actually know my friend Nicholas I went to school with in Kentucky. He's friends with Lamar. He's from Fort Lauderdale actually. He played against him. He told me like he was doing that. He was doing stuff he do now since high school.
Yeah.
Like he's been that good. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
He played at Louisville, so I seen him in person play. He was fast as fuck. Like that's probably the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. Besides like Tavon Austin back in the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, weird tangent to go from that to Lamar glazing, but hey, it's always a good time to glaze Lamar, man. He's great.
Hey, I got a random video I want to show y'all, yo.
Of course.
They just watch 125,000 acres of nothing. Because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. It's like a horror movie. And as it turns out, the cleanest. That cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet. It's raining! NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather. I keep telling you time and time again, people, cloud seeding and geoengineering is real. And they said this clip come from 1999 or something like that.
It is, yeah.
Imagine with
It's old Top Gear.
technology what it would look like today. The weather that we get can be manipulated by...
It's an American technology, cloud seeding.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that shit before.
So,
I just saw it today.
Cloud seeding has been around for a while. A lot of it, officially to us, is to like help with droughts and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if I wanted to kill a lot of people quickly, I'd probably use a cloud to do it.
To do a flood?
A flood or
a disease.
I think I don't know if they can. I don't know if it's like a hurricane or shit or something. I don't think that's a thing.
That's what I was reading one of the comments, and they said that. Think about 1999, they were just doing clouds.
Yeah.
Now think about what they could probably do now. Somebody said hurricanes.
I believe that there's millions of things that they have that we don't know.
Oh hell yeah!
Because they haven't had a reason to use it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I fully believe they can reanimate niggas' bodies and have them fight again. Like I'm pretty sure they can do that. Like I don't know why I think that, but I feel like I'm pretty sure y'all could do that if y'all wanted to. You know what I mean?
You think them niggas can like what's it called? Like get out?
Like what?
Snatch a body?
Like put
A conscience of somebody else to another body? I think. I hope not, because
like on some get out type shit.
I hope not, because I have enough with these billionaires trying to be immortal, bro. I hate it.
Yeah.
Just die. It's fine.
Nobody wants to die, bro, because they know they're going to hell.
No bullshit.
No, like for real though. Think about it. No, we still good. I'm just fixing your camera.
So yeah, in my opinion, like the cloud seeding and stuff, I don't think it's nothing nefarious behind it, because we would have known by now. I feel like that shit can't be on the wraps. It's a weather event. We're gonna know if this is not natural.
It said that during the Vietnam War, the U.S. conducted Operation Popeye from 1967 to 1972, a secret effort to extend monsoon season over the Ho Chi Minh Trail to disrupt enemies from supply routes and raise ethical concerns.
Yeah, that I believe. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's declassified. So, yeah, I mean that's what I said. Like, if I want to kill a lot of people really quickly, I'll probably use a cloud to do it.
Yeah.
So it's a little scary to me, but I just don't think America's right now in a spot where they would do something like that to us right now. Like
What you mean?
The false flag situation where America would do something to us and then say somebody else did it, so then we go to war with them.
You don't think they do that?
They've done it before, I'm
That's
pretty
what I'm
sure.
saying. They do this all the time.
I think 9/11 was one of those. But
You said you don't?
I think 9/11
Oh
was
yeah,
one.
definitely.
At least I don't know if America did 9/11, but I think they let that shit go through. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they knew that shit was gonna happen.
Osama bin Laden been on our radar for how many years?
Yeah. They
30 years at that point?
they intercepted something. They knew that shit was coming, bro. They let it happen because it gave them reason to go and attack them, and then also it gave them a reason to heighten security. Like think about
TSA, what
TSA,
go up in your balls at the airport.
bro, and then going through your phones and shit now. Like,
Your
you know what I'm saying?
calls.
They're allowed to intercept all this shit. Like, that was not, all that shit before 9/11 was not happening.
Patriot Act.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't
That's
what it's
happening because it's happening because 9/11 happened.
But
That's
But
not
it- but it-
fair
no, but
justification.
If I'm the government, I still want to know what you're talking about, regardless. I need a reason though. I can't.
they,
do it.
yeah, they
you
needed
wouldn't
a
vote for that.
reason.
You wouldn't vote for that
That's
bill.
what I'm saying. They need the okay to do it. Like, did you guys see Sinner?
That's all I'm saying. It's a great movie.
What they need to do, you needed the okay to do it.
Yeah.
They letting y'all in on some shit. You know, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. They can't just do something unless you say yeah.
That the power of democracy, like there are some stuff that they'll do without us our consent, but the vote has to come through at some point. There's like regardless. So yeah, I think, like for example, if your house is broken into and people steal all your shit, I could say, let me put a camera in your house in your room and stuff, and a camera in your bathroom and shit. You never know, they might bring anyone in the bathroom. You'll be like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the deportation stuff now. It's like, you know, some of them people come over here and they commit crimes. So can I just deport them without no due process? And the people that are racist will be like, yeah, get them out of here. Not knowing that means I can deport your ass too without due process, because you don't have no reason, you know. It's the same thing. So they need okay to do it, but yeah, I agree with a lot of that stuff. I think the weather thing, I don't think it's on the radar right now.
What you mean it's not on the radar? Like,
They don't need to get NASA enough money to do that type of shit. NASA ain't get no budget to do that type of shit. NASA got to beg for what Elon Musk get for SpaceX.
So after I watched that, I did do a little research, and one of the countries that employs that technique a lot is the United Arabs
Because it's dry as hell.
Yeah, it's because it's a dry area. So people do use that.
Stuff like that, like it can be used for good and bad reasons.
Yeah.
Like Phil said in Vietnam War, they tried to extend the monsoon season to flood out the Ho Chi Minh Trail to fuck the North Vietnamese up.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nefarious thing to do. But
My
also,
fault. Go ahead make sure that shit's recording.
But also, if you have like a drought, like California could probably use some cloud seeding right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here's another thing that people said. If you can do that to whatever, why ain't y'all use it to stop the forest fires?
Well, that's a great question. You also have to take into account like winds and stuff like that, and where the cloud's going to be taken to. It's probably really hard to precisely drop the cloud over where the fires were going on. That's the bailout shoot.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
But at the same time, if a bunch of valuable land is burning and you can buy it cheaper later when it's burnt up.
That was my thing. Like I said,
in Hawaii, that's what happened.
I think everything is like I said, determined. Nothing just happens. I think because they known. I forgot. I read somewhere they've known about that area being a high risk fire area for decades.
It always has been. It's dry.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And they've had years ago, I think the early 20s, 1920s or something, even before then, they had a similar situation just like this, where a crazy fire. So this isn't the first time this happened. Yeah. Then they knew.
But I think it also ties back to capitalism. Like you're like in Miami, a big problem right now in Miami is that some of the buildings are built so cheaply because they were built by like the mob and shit there, or shady companies that are putting the shit up quick to make money. That when it does flood down there, when Doug is the rare Miami hurricane, that shit gets knocked all the way down.
Yeah.
Because if they want to cut corners on costs.
Yeah.
So the same thing probably in California too.
And
on top of the value of land.
Yeah, not to say.
Sorry.
No, you good, brother.
The forest fires were a horrible thing.
Yeah, bad.
Do you think they were started purposely in that sense?
Yes.
They were just let
think
happen.
that's
what happened. Is different.
I don't think they were started on purpose, but I think that there's been a like purposeful effort to limit the amount of like fireproofing and like response that they can do to that, because they understand that the benefits of it when it does happen. Like for example, like why are the fires being fought by prisoners? Like it's California. This is the wealthiest state. California's GDP is bigger than some countries.
Yeah.
You can't afford a high level firefighting force to handle that shit.
No, they have that. No, they like I was getting
Why
to
do
before.
we have inmates doing it?
But like I was saying before, they've had something like this happen before, so they've been prepared for if this would happen again. But they continue to let it happen. This isn't just something like, oh my goodness, we've never seen anything. They've seen this before. That's
why I think there's a purposeful effort to like maybe like whenever like their little like state and like their state board meetings and stuff. Some people are probably striking that shit down, knowing that if another fire comes, I can buy that land up and be good.
Yeah, type shit.
They probably like, no, we ain't gonna approve this funding for the fire department because we don't want them to be able to fight the fire when it does come. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I forgot about that. They
so like
didn't they do something with the insurance too around that time?
Yeah.
The insurance. They cut the funding.
You ever play L.A. Noire? The game L.A. Noire?
No, I know what you game. I know what you.
One of the big storylines in that game.
What year was that?
That's from 2012, I think.
Oh yeah, you was like what, like 2, bro?
Continue.
It's like a detective police game by Rockstar. It's like a really in depth. Like you play
How old were you? 45.
Yeah, I was old.
You play as a cop in the 40s LA or whatever. One of the big storylines is that there's a big arson fraud going on because they want to burn down all of the GI veteran houses to build highways over them, and they let them burn to make the money back, and then build the highways to make even more money on top of that.
Ain't it crazy how everything's about money?
Everything's about money, bro. Yes, it's money root all evil, bro. Yes, capitalism. The problem with capitalism is not that you can start a business and get rich. The problem is that the need to always make more money supersedes like being a human being.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you need to make a 15% increase a year over year or some shit? You already make $1 billion. Like, why you need to make more money, bro? Like,
well,
if I was Jeff Bezos, I would have been sold Amazon to somebody else. I don't give a damn. Take it.
Because it's not about that, bro.
I don't care. It's about the power. About
Exactly. It's about the
this
power.
man owns you want next day shit. This nigga can get to your house.
That shit can't be legal, bro.
Night. Yo, he can get to your
I've
crib.
ordered like the most random items. That shit will say 7-day shipping. That shit came the same day. Who got whipped? Make this happen.
They do be
Not a
talking
fan of
about
that.
shit.
Yeah.
But like some of those evil people we know are like rich people, like Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Donald Trump, P. Diddy.
Who's Peter Thiel again?
Peter Thiel is
he was with
majority owner of this company called Palantir. Palantir is a company that uses AI implementation to watch your data, look at your faces, identify you, stuff like that. Drones, stuff like that.
Duck, yo.
He's South African. He's a South African. He was raised in South Africa for a little while. Billionaire guy.
I know who Peter.
Somebody wrote a book on him like 20 years ago about the new.
He was with Elon with PayPal, right?
Yeah, when it was called X.
Yeah.
So,
South Africans, man.
Somebody wrote a book on him like in the 90s, and it was about the rise of the new like far right, like basically neo-Nazis, and he was a big part of that. He's been a part of that.
Isn't he gay too?
Yeah, which I think he uses as a shield for his racism.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. No, the reason why I say that is because Trump's so against a lot of these. He's backing Trump. He's putting money in Trump and all. And what's his name? Who's that? Vance. Vance hated Trump before.
He hates him. He called him a rapist and everything.
Yeah, and then Peter Thiel gave him a bunch of money to say, "Hey, go run with Trump," and then he's doing it. But I'm just saying, like,
that's why none of the people are
he's gay or whatever he is, but he's doing all these crazy.
He probably is gay, but that don't mean you're not a racist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I think he uses that shit as like you can't say nothing to me, I'm gay. Nah, I'm not a fan of that guy. He's evil. Like, legitimately, he's the worst person on earth.
Legit evil.
Probably the worst nigga on earth right now.
Legit evil.
Besides, like, I don't know, like a dictator somewhere. I think maybe Kim Jong-un a little better guy than he is.
That's what I'm saying. I think they might be better.
This Kim Jong-un like hooping and stuff. We probably talk about that at least. I can relate to him about hooping in sneakers probably. But like, damn. Yeah, I went to rabbit hole on him recently, man.
Same.
Skin crawl, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't understand the whole like.
There's some evil people out there, bro.
I don't understand how. Like,
my fault.
Like Nazis and like the Confederacy and stuff like that. Like they lost badly.
Did they? They still here.
Apparently they not. Like apparently they didn't lose. Apparently they like
were
beaten down. They said we're gonna just rebrand.
Nah, I feel like
the rebrand game.
The rebrand is crazy.
Can I say something, bro? They're
really smart about it.
So we saying they lost. How about if they never lost, they came back to another business deal?
That's probably what it was.
That's what I'm saying. They always saying they lost. Like, come on. Like.
Well, yeah, Reconstruction was like that. That's how Reconstruction ended because the Union had their soldiers in the South, and black people actually could do stuff and be in the government, everything.
Let's just always talk about.
They pulled them out of the South and was like, "We'll give y'all the presidency. Just take your troops out of the South.
Yeah,
let us run our stuff how we run the front end."
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Think about language. They gotta say
every nigga that was a Confederate didn't die. I mean, they went back to work.
That's what I'm saying. Them niggas is still they lost. Like, no, they're all gone now. No, bro, they're still there.
A lot of people that helped us get to the moon were Nazis before the war ended, and they were alive, and they were like, we can't just kill them. We should use them for something, and they helped us build our rockets to get to the moon. That nigga, whoever, I don't know what his name would be, Franz, whatever, a German motherfucker, went back to living in Idaho somewhere. He probably got the swastika in his basement. He's still true to the soil, you feel me? So, yeah, it probably was a deal.
That's what I'm saying.
Take this loss real quick.
Yeah, you got to think of the language, yo. They got to say that, oh, yeah, we beat them, we conquered them, and they're all gone now. The whole time they're still here, we just did a deal. Like,
I think for the South, definitely. I think for the Nazis, it's more like, they're like cockroaches, bro. They just can't die. They just have to keep that shit going.
Yo, how you feel about that? All the presidents got to take a trip to like Israel and touch that wall or some shit.
I hate Israel. I don't hate Jews.
That was so crazy.
I hate Israel.
Hey, bro.
I had to be honest.
We're keeping it in here. No.
I'm not anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
I'm pro everybody. I hate Israel.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this country has us by the balls like that. I hate it. They're horrible. They're genocidal, and it's sad because your country was formed off of the genocide of your people, and you turn around and do it to somebody else the same way. You're bombing hospitals just like that. You're putting people. You're disciplining people. Not a fan, bro. I hate that the president has to like bend the knee to that. It's crazy.
It just
what do we owe you?
Yeah, it's like why? I didn't know about that. That's the crazy. You got to put on the hat. Didn't Obama do it too?
Every president does it. Yeah. Trump.
No. Who's the one that got shot?
JFK.
He didn't do it, supposedly.
I don't think the Jews came. I think the mob killed him. Working with like the CIA and FBI, because he was trying to like cut all a lot of their funding out.
He's trying to cut the funding out, expose a lot of the shit that they were actually doing and stuff.
Especially in the 60s, they were like, it was like CIA country of the week they would just knock down. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were like, he was like, we should probably stop doing this because we're gonna one day reap what we sow for this shit. People are not gonna fuck with us, and then here we are. So,
shut up, nigga.
Well, it seems like Israel is one of our key allies in the Middle East.
that's the only reason that they were able to
And our missile defense systems are there.
Okay, that's the main
We
leverage.
have a couple missile
Why
defense
though?
systems because they're an ally in the Middle East. And
That's the only
if there's
leverage-
some
that's-
shit that gets sent from the
Listen,
Middle
listen.
East, we need
I don't-
to stop it.
I understand the
So
point
we're Israel's bitch.
No.
Yes.
It is
No.
the
Yes.
extent in a way, yeah.
No.
You just said they have our defense missiles. If they say fuck y'all, we're fucked. We're their
We might
bitch.
not be fucked.
We're fucked.
You just
It's
jumped
called
to
the
another thing.
what is it called? The golden something? The
Baby
shield,
slinging Iron Dome.
the Iron Dome, yeah, the anti-missile thing, yeah. It's like some movie shit. Like it shoots it out of the sky before it gets to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that might be why we got all this.
Now listen, I understand the whole point of having an ally in the Middle East. I understand that's very
No,
important.
I understand it too.
But the way they go about things, it's like they're like entitled to things that they shouldn't be entitled to. You're just another country at this point. Like we've already.
I
helped
mean,
you.
obviously they're not just another country. They have our missile defense system. So that's what I'm saying. We're their bitch.
Yeah,
That's how I see it.
I'm not a fan of foreign affairs being involved. Like us being involved in foreign affairs, I hate it.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
hard
we
to
were
not
never
be.
supposed to be. Yeah, exactly. We were never supposed to be, but it's hard not to be. You know, especially with the position that we're in.
Yeah.
Especially when you go to involve yourself in foreign affairs. Like we try to do shit. Like we are looking for the cheapest shit possible. So we immediately, U.S. work is the most expensive work on the fucking. Like it's just we charge so much just on nothing, on no skill or anything. We just charge a lot for because we like U.S. dollars versus everything else. So on top of that, we have to go outside to get stuff. We have to go outside to get materials and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we realize other places have better materials for cheaper prices. So for us not to be involved in foreign affairs, we like money too much to not be involved
Facts.
in foreign affairs.
I'm more so on the side of the conflict side of it. Now I understand that certain wars are like proxy wars, right? Where you fight on behalf of someone else against another person who's fighting on behalf of that person. So like the Vietnam War was a proxy war against Russia and China, right? Because they were back in the north, we were back in the south. And I understand that you want to say like we can't allow the spread of their ideology, but it's like who really cares at this point? You're just involving the U.S.
It's not
people and our money and
ideology,
some stuff.
It's
It's not ideology anymore.
it's-
It's money now.
yeah, like we can't let them have that chokehold.
They
For whatever- for
they
what
can't
reason
have
that
that canal or that strait of water or that valley or some shit.
Hey, bro. Sometimes that'd be the difference.
Yeah.
Hey, my phone's dying. Let's get to this next topic real quick before we wrap it up, all right? Woman. Can I say woman? That's crazy.
Can I say woman?
Yeah, because, you know, there's like, I think you can't say female now or something.
Just say
You
woman.
can't say
I like women. I don't like females. Creepy. Say woman.
Female's creepy?
To me, yeah.
No, let's talk about that real quick. Why is female
The
creepy?
sniper, sorry. No, I feel like when you say like, yeah, these females, it's like you're talking kind of weird, dude. Like just say these girls, women, whatever. It's just a semantic thing to me. I don't think about the
So,
whole like feminism thing of it. I just think like it's weird.
So I was a big proprietor of females. Like I was the biggest one.
Then you got a girl, you like, wow.
No,
That's
I had to
dehumanizing.
stop it before that, and then I think that the world allowed me to be like, all right, you see the other side a little bit now.
So
You're good.
explain it because I don't see it, bro.
So
Remember Logan
how
Paul
I
was like,
told,
oh.
they were
Go
when I
ahead.
was told about it, they were like, it's kind of animal like.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Like there's male and female animals.
It just seems
Bro,
dehumanizing in a way.
Yeah,
No,
like
it does
it's
not.
men and women, and then
It
if
does,
it's an
bro.
animal, you'll do female.
Because she don't say
male,
males.
like-
These males.
Because it's not like I'm saying, and to be honest, the only reason I was saying it, if I'm being 100% honest, it was so I didn't say bitches. So, and I felt like that was better. I felt like that was better. If I'm being, because I would only say it in situations like that.
Yeah.
But not like I'm just, and I've never said bitches like hurtfully, but bitches is a word that's clearly like, nah, that's bad. Like,
Is it?
it's, yes. Yes. Yes.
No, I'm playing.
It's a hateful
I'm
word.
playing.
Just-
On the face of it, it's a hateful word.
Bro,
just
you got-
say your
you
point.
got-
Women what?
You got niggas and bitches.
I hate both words, but I say.
I
both.
no, I feel you. No, I feel you. But
I hate-
if we gonna say niggas,
I
we
wish
got
we never
bitches.
said niggas, man.
We gotta get rid of that
I
shit.
wish that we never said niggas ever.
I agree.
Damn, I wish you never said niggas. I can't stop saying it now.
So I'm a coon, bro. I'm gonna say, since I don't think anybody should say nigga. Like, I mean, talking about even black people. But if one person's gonna say it, I think everybody needs to say it.
That don't make you. That makes you a coon. The first
no, that's what I'm saying.
The first part wasn't coon. The second part is pretty coon.
Nah, bro. Because I don't think we should be saying that about our people like that.
And
if you wanna, if you wanna call us a niggas, if we call ourselves niggas, fuck it. Everybody call us. I don't care, bro. I mean, that's how I feel, bro. I don't think anybody. We should not be using the word. I use nigga, but
I get your logic. I just can't agree with it. And that's all right.
Because I feel you. I'm just saying, like, I don't think we should
y'all know me. If y'all don't know me by now, I'm pro-black everything. I don't care what's going on. I'm pro-black fucking like the ass on the street. Man,
as you should, bro.
I'm pro-black polo t-shirt. I don't like the white ones, like the black ones.
I'm pro-human.
I'm not. Some humans don't need to be.
I'm pro-human. No, I feel you. There are some bad humans, but I'm pro.
No, go ahead. What's the next topic?
See you, bro. Wow. We I think we need to have a conversation like that. But so basically, this lady is. Can I say lady?
Yeah, sure.
I'm being facetious.
This female.
I'm being facetious.
This feminine. This feminoid.
She was talking about a. Basically, they're saying, is this a red flag or not? That's what she's talking about.
There's another life hack for the men. Y'all ready? Femininity tests. It is a way that we feel safe. So now I'm really testing you to see how far will you let me disrespect you. But ultimately, what I want the most is my man to be a leader. So if you stop me from the beginning, I might be cussing you out in my mind, but secretly I love it. Secretly, I'm like, ooh, my baby, that's a man right there. That man took charge over me. You're letting me know how I get to move and shake within your boundaries because you're the lines. We're the color. You got to teach me to color inside of the lines. So if you don't set that strong boundary.
I know I just said I was pro-black a few minutes ago. I know I did just say that. But some black people, man, should probably be forced to be whipped again or something like that. Yeah, pick cotton. You're testing me to see if I'm able to lead you.
Break that down, bro.
What if we just had a conversation about it and you set your boundaries that way? Instead of testing like I'm a fucking animal.
Nah, bro.
You test makeup on animals. You test behaviors on fucking dogs. How does a dog respond to a bell versus a clap when I want him to do something? You know what I mean?
So I'm about to play.
I'm not an animal.
I'm gonna play. I guess maybe not devil's advocate, but how about if this is something that goes on and she said it.
What you mean?
Everybody does it, but it's just she said it out loud, and now she's saying
this is a red flag. It definitely goes on.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's a red flag though.
But everyone does it. Well, not everyone does it.
That's the problem.
Like maybe some people do it and they don't even know they know it.
I think
she just said it out loud. Thing. No, that's what I'm saying.
There's a bigger issue with Negroes then.
I think it might be because let me tell you,
only Negroes talk this way, by the way.
When I work and
out loud.
Yeah, there you go.
Or I'm not going to say when I work. When people work, allegedly, it's certain things like when you start a job, you're like on your top shit. But as time goes on, you just see what you can get away with, and then it's just like you just test it, and it's not even like malicious. It's I want to be as comfortable as I want to be.
That's a great point.
No, they're seeing how comfortable they can be around you.
That's what she just said. What everyone does, she just said it out loud, and now she's a red flag.
No, did you see what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
I'm saying I don't think it's a red flag.
No, but
I disagree.
You don't think it's a red flag?
I don't think it's.
I think it is.
To test somebody, I don't think it's a red flag.
I think she's inherently immature as hell. I just feel like to tell me that you need to be put in check as a grown ass person is crazy. You should already know how to check your own emotions and everything.
Immaturity.
She's immature as hell.
Well, let me tell you, I'm 24.
Fuck it.
And in today's day and age, that might be the worst part. I don't expect another 24-year-old to be the most mature person on the planet.
She's like 34, maybe 40.
But immaturity is not a full
and she's a bitch.
Huh? No, he doesn't. So no. Hold on. Let me say something. I'm glad you said that because he doesn't like to. He's very PC. So you saying that you saw his face, right?
I can tell she's irritating.
No, but
and don't get me wrong.
Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, no. I'm not one of those guys, right? Like women, when you with a woman, it's 50-50, bro. Everybody got to be accounted for, emotions, feelings, desires, everything. But don't carry it like a child. Like you got to keep me in check. You're not a fucking dog. You're not my badass puppy. You're my girlfriend or wife. Like, we should have these boundaries set up, and we should argue whatever you're gonna argue with yourself. It's not about me checking you. It's about us have an issue. We talk about it. We move on.
But
why do you want to be checked so bad?
Maybe it's not.
Why do you want?
Because the way she said it, being
that's not
checked
inherently
is,
masculine.
I think having to check somebody over and over again is definitely a tiring process.
Yeah, so I understand the.
I agree.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
what
ahead.
I was gonna say was maybe test versus check to me. They're
the same thing.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because if I check, there's a test where I don't check you. Because sometimes
give me an example.
Some women
give me
don't
example,
just want to do stuff
give me an example
just
of a
because
test,
you don't like it.
Give me an example of a test you would have on your significant other. That you would test her in a way. I'm not saying you did it if she watching, but
I don't test people.
There you go. Well, if you were to test somebody.
Nigga, you test people all the time, especially when you first meet them.
I don't test my
If you were to,
that's gay.
No,
if you were to test your girl, how would you do it?
It's definitely a lot of like. I've told my girl to be quiet aggressively in front of my family.
That's like, wild, bro.
Not like but not like I've told her to shut up. Now,
and how did she pass this test?
Wait, what? Hold up. Why'd you tell her to shut up? First of all,
because it was because we were having some type of conversation, and she was going to agree with somebody else in my family. Now, you
weren't joking. You were like, shut up.
No, it was a joke.
Oh,
it was a
that's
joke.
not check. That is
a. You have, if you're not able to take my humor in a sense and know that I don't really mean.
Oh, that was your first time saying that.
Yeah, like I don't just tell her to shut up. Like I don't just tell her to shut up. You. So it was just like we were talking, and then in the middle of her talk, I was like, just stop. I was like, it was something along the lines of stop talking, and then her and my mom were like, but it was more like it was basically.
But you never done that before? You didn't know how she would react?
Yeah, I didn't know how she would react. I had a feeling that she wouldn't tweak out on me, but I knew
so you're testing her to see if she likes me disrespected or not? Like, I'm confused. What's the test for?
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
You're testing if she can take the joke. That's a lot less dramatic than what this lady just said on this video. This lady's talking about, like, if I'm cussing you out and you check me, I like that.
No, bro, this is how I took what she said. She said she's going to basically, almost like a child, and poke and see how far she can get away with it until you say whatever. Were you going to stop it early or are you going to stop it later?
Is that not fucking insane? Is that not fucking insane?
It's not insane.
But it's not looking for...
We're together. Why do you want to poke and pry me and push my buttons all day?
She's looking for...
I think she sounds like... She sounds like a conscious woman to me.
She sounds like a fucking bozo.
No, she sounds like a conscious woman. I bet she's
single.
Like... She probably is because I think she might be smart.
She might be single.
No, but think about I'm saying
nothing wrong being single.
I think most women do that type of thing unconsciously, not on purpose. But she's conscious that she does it, and she was able to articulate. And now she's a bitch and red flag.
I see your point. I see your point now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That makes sense to me. I can see that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Do we think now she's a bitch or she's been?
Now she's a bitch because she's articulating
she's able to articulate why she's been a bitch.
No, she's a bitch now because she's articulating what women have been doing unconsciously for millennium.
I just think
she's speaking it's taboo.
Maybe her tone and stuff would maybe like not like.
No, bro, she's saying what's real.
Because biasly, you have talked about this in the past with people just trying to test how far they can go. They will test you, and you have to be able to check it early, and that's part of your position. Like in a partnership, that's where you stand as a partner. You set boundaries early. So you saw her say that, and you were like, I knew it. Like I knew that this was being done. But other people don't see relationships that way, or certain other people
People still see the fantasy of it. This is what goes on.
I think there's different types. I'm not gonna say two different. There's different types of women in this world.
Definitely.
There are women that don't test people.
That's cap.
There are women that don't test people.
That's cap.
For sure.
That's cap.
For sure.
That's cap.
I think in a way everybody tests everybody.
Everybody tests somebody. You got
but to me, if you're doing it without thinking you're doing it or knowing you're doing it, that's way better than what the fuck she said. I'm gonna purposefully push this button to see. That makes my stomach. That's my skin crawl.
Okay.
But if you do it and don't know you're doing it,
bitch somebody.
Let's say like if
you get bitched,
now she don't like you the same as the same way as a man. Like she looks less of you because you didn't even know what was going on.
And I think bitch is the wrong word.
But what's wrong with that?
Some
Some people got it. Some people know what's up.
Because I
Some
didn't
people
lean
don't-
on you in the moment.
Some men do not argue like that.
Yeah, some men don't argue. Some men.
So what are you saying though?
Some men will say, "Hey, look, we'll talk later."
Maybe that's how she finds her man. Like she wants a man to cuss back. But some men do not like that problematic.
But that doesn't make you less masculine, less of a man.
What?
To not be combative, or to not fall for these tests, or to not G-check your girl all the time. Like, having control of your woman doesn't make you a man or not. It's whatever your dynamic.
You said having control of your woman doesn't make you a man.
Not inherently, I don't think. It's not. You're not meant to control the person you're with.
Okay, not control.
But she's carrying like a control thing, like nip it in the bud. Like, whatever you're doing, like stop it. Like Shannon Sharpe is over that white girl, controlling her. You see where that got him at. So keep that in mind.
Go ahead.
Well, she black. She wouldn't have trouble.
Go ahead, Flip. You had something to say?
No, it was more so I do like. You have to know how to handle situations.
Yeah.
And
handle your woman.
Yeah.
Correct. No, I don't think that's a iffy yeah. I think that's a yeah. Because if you don't know her,
I think
if you don't know
that
that's what she likes, somebody else will.
Yeah, you gotta know how to handle
like the pimp said. Like the pimp said, you gotta know your hoe. You gotta know your bitch.
This is not the right.
I think that's
why not?
I think that's the wrong transition.
That's what we're trying to avoid.
No, bro, but they speaking some real shit though. You need to know your person, bro.
You do, but it's not about controlling.
But because he's a pimp, he got that negative connotation about him. He's not giving good advice. Hold on, like that's great advice. You gotta know your person. Right? You gotta know your person.
You do have to know your person. You do for sure. But all I'm trying to say is, when you carry it the way she's carrying it, where it's like this combative thing, it's like me versus you in these moments. That's not gonna work long term.
I think the problem is that she's conscious of it and she's still doing it. That means she should
stop it. That's the problem.
She knows what she likes. Is what I'm saying. She made it a very general thing. Like all men need to do that. Her man needs to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Her man will need to do that. I don't think that this is a general thing at all. That's what I'm saying. There's different types of women.
No,
I guess her control, what we're saying control, I don't like that word. Hold up. I think her thing is that she wants to be argued with, or just not even argued with. She doesn't even want to be argued with. She wants to be shut down. And some men wouldn't even like if this is how you choose to express yourself. Like, I'll sit here and talk to you until you're calm. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But there's different ways to go about. I don't think nip in the bud. Every man has to have his way of how he handles situations.
I think every person.
I don't think that you should just let her shit on you and curse you out, and now you're emotionally like, oh, I'll just take this and I just feel sad every day. You just have your situation, you talk to her, you handle the situation how you want to handle it, and if it doesn't get handled, you dip. But every man has to know how he handles situations. I do agree with that. That's part of being the foundation of a relationship or whatever. Right. But every man doesn't have to just nip shit in the bud like that.
Yeah, I think my issue with it, the main thing my issue was just
why wouldn't you nip it right in the bud? If you don't, they're gonna keep doing it.
My problem is like, why are you doing it?
Some people, it's like, okay, let's just say you got.
When I say nip in the bud, I mean it will be stopped after the first occurrence, but I might not be like, shut the fuck up, like just stop all that dumb shit.
And I guess maybe I'm taking it out of context. Maybe that's just, hey, you shouldn't do that. But the way she said it made it seem like you gotta say shut the fuck up to her.
I think that that's correct.
Because I feel like you can be a man and say, hey, don't do that sternly, and I mean it. You don't have to say shut the fuck up. I think that you're bad at communicating at that point.
I didn't like it because of her tone was like on some really childish, like a childish tone. Like my man gotta be able to handle me. Why do you want to be handled? Be a fucking normal person. Be a good person who's even keeled and be calm.
I like that.
What?
I like that.
What?
I like when people. So
you like to handle them?
No. You
know, Sharpe was handling that girl too.
All right, bro.
But I like her to have an opinion.
Of course.
I like her to be expressive.
Of course. I'm not saying none of that.
I like what she said.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be anybody. Be your own person. But don't come up to me talking about my man has to be able to handle me because I'm a
You just don't like the way she said it.
I'm a handful.
You don't like
be a handful.
Bro, if she had said it, I need my man, if I do something that he doesn't like, I need him to tell me right then and there that he doesn't.
Think about in the context of your life.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a very emotionally sensitive way of saying what she said.
That's what I'm saying. She didn't lie.
So think about in the context of your life, right? You had a long day. Work was.
I'm not fucking with her. I can tell you for a fact she don't give a fuck about that long day.
Work was bad. You at work and let's say either you work for somebody or you own your own shit. It was just a bad day, man. The money wasn't coming in right, or people was talking to you something. Your long day, traffic was fucked up because it took you an hour longer to get home, and then you get in the house and she like, oh, it's push button day. Today is button push day for this nigga.
I feel like, and then
you go from the checking her to bitch. Then it's like, oh, this nigga ain't shit. And they just a whole test just blew your shit up. Then what?
What you mean? Then what? What are you saying?
She just set a landmine for herself, and you was a landmine. And she stepped on that motherfucker and blew her legs off because your ass had a horrible day.
Now she beat.
So she on a button.
You don't think your girl gonna do that?
I don't know. I don't think so. My girl is like done stuff like that, but we talked about it and it was over. I don't think she. But like I said, that's that subconscious testing though. The conscious test is my problem. If you're just a subconscious, like you don't know you're doing it, right? Eventually y'all can talk about that shit and handle it. If you're purposefully,
she's smart.
But if you are
a weed outer.
If I know that I do something that fucks up somebody else every day, right? And I shouldn't do it because it's hurting them and I care for them. I should probably stop doing that shit, right?
I hear you.
Okay, now so you're with me now, right?
I'm not, bro. I am not with you,
right.
bro. I am not with you.
If I know that's happening, I'm gonna stop that shit. But
say that
to consciously be like, I'm gonna test this nigga, I'm gonna push his buttons and all that. I hate that. I hate it. I just hate it. This is me. If you're just naturally like a person who does that, and you don't even really realize you're doing it.
Enjoy that.
What?
Enjoy someone pushing your buttons.
No, I don't.
Nobody does. No human being enjoys that.
Hold on. Why are you? You said this before, bro.
Enjoy that.
No, I don't, bro.
You enjoy your buttons being
pressed. I don't, bro. Why do you say that?
Being tested.
Why do you say that?
I say that because I'm not going to sit here and spit out history
type shit.
But
please don't.
You do.
We almost wrap it up.
We'll talk about it off camera.
And I say this. The point I'm making is certain people enjoy they look to their partner for a different thing than other people.
I agree.
I guess Cages likes to be kept on his toes.
Listen,
K loves to be kept on his toes.
if you have no problem with what she does or whatever, you can be with somebody long time that does that. Cool.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't have a problem with it. Because I think it's fucked up.
Shut the fuck up. I'll be honest. I've been like that on the phone. She pressed my buttons in the back. Shut the fuck up.
I think.
Then she'll be happy. I checked her.
I'm not saying I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying I think she voiced what a lot of
I think she's
women
very
do.
articulate.
Yeah.
And smart.
That's what you think?
No.
But I think to know you're doing something bad to somebody that you're supposed to care about and keep doing it, I just don't like.
I see what you're saying, bro. But she's hurt.
There you go.
She's hurt.
She's her. Not hurt. Not hurt.
If you are a tight end and you run your route short every time and your quarterback misses a throw every time and you're hurting your team, eventually you're gonna want to stop.
I don't like that one. I don't like that analogy. I don't like that analogy. I don't like that analogy. That's not a good analogy.
You run the wrong route every day and you know it ends up in a pit.
Okay, hold on. We're about to wrap this up.
But listen, go ahead. You're not running it because you're not a good runner. You're running it because I prefer my end routes to be 5 yards instead of 7. The play calls are 7, but I prefer 5. I'm gonna just keep doing it that way. But you're getting cut.
So why do you think she did that? Why do you think women do that?
Because a lot of women today.
I'm scared again.
I'm a feminist. Before I say this, I'm pro everybody. A lot of women today have this mindset of like, I'll say people in general, mainly black people, black couples. It's almost like we're at odds situation a lot of times, and not like a team thing. It's like I don't want to.
That's the world, bro. That's the world right now.
I feel it, but black people say it out loud, like you said. Black people, to me, when black people talk about like podcast relationships stuff on the podcast, it's always like a, I don't want to get over on them, but they get over on me type of thing. When you're all together, that's not the case. Y'all supposed to get over the world together. You know what I mean? That's why I think a lot of people have this combative nature about them. Men and women too. Men do the same thing. Trust me.
Men are just as bad.
Men do the same thing. Niggas will cheat and be like, if she, you know what I'm saying? If you let me do it, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's fucked up. So like, I feel like a lot of it's like that combative nature between us, and it's like, why do we have that? And like you said, everybody do it. We just want to say it out loud on these fucking podcasts that I hate. You know what I'm saying? I like this podcast. That was great.
The sub was crazy right there.
This nigga.
Yeah. I hate those type of podcasts, the relationships and the red pill, all that. I hate those.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's just how I feel. I feel like it's like that combativeness that I got from her, that aura I got from her about being like, yeah, this nigga don't even know I'm about to push his button today. Why? Now, if you had a bad day, I had a bad day. You push our buttons that way.
So hold on. Let's
talk about it.
Let's wrap this up, but let's take it from another perspective, right?
Always. How
about if she's doing this to help you? Maybe you've been acting like a bitch recently.
Don't gaslight me into that with that shit. That's like when Shaq be like, yeah, I was calling you a bitch on TV to make you average 40. What? What are you talking about? What if you said, hey man, what if instead you were like, you know what, Dwight Howard, when you drop step, bring your elbow up here instead of down here. You'll be more space that way. Thank you, Shaq. I appreciate it. Don't say,